Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Kokomo City. And this is a new documentary from director D. Smith that focuses on the story of 4 black trans women and their experiences as sex workers. And there seems to be a lot of stories like this floating around nowadays, especially very recently. This is at least like the 3rd project that I've been watching focusing on trans sex workers. Now this one also has a very specific lens of talking to a group of black trans sex workers, and that definitely adds layers to this because of the 4 of them, they do talk about how they fit into the black community. There's some interesting interviews with some men in their community and them processing some of those feelings of like how if you're into a trans woman, it's like in that community it diminishes your masculinity, your manhood, and there's a lot of stigmas about it. Not only does the film capture the stigmas of being a sex worker, being trans, but also those men who have attractions and have those connections and something that they feel like they have to hide and they can't fully be themselves. And there's some really interesting and intimate moments of talking to some of the men who utilize their services and have connections with them and how they could feel like themselves in their presence. What I appreciate about this film in particular and how it stands out amongst a lot of these other documentaries, this really, it tackles the challenges and the hardships that they go through, but it also just shows them as women and as people who are enjoying their lives. They're funny, they have some fun stories, some of them get a little dark, but some of them still provide a bunch of laughs, and you know, they're just being themselves, the well-rounded selves. It's not just about the suffering and the different kinds of prejudice that they experience or any potential violence that they experience. It's about them living their lives and feeling fulfilled and, you know, having some crazy fun stories, which a few of them do. Like, right off the bat, the first thing that you hear in this film is a crazy story, and it hooks you. And it's shot in this beautiful black and white, whether that was for creative reasons or, you know, this is like an hour and 13-minute, pretty low budget documentary. You know, black and white, it's cheaper. Cheaper film. But I do feel like this has a very distinct, crisp look to it. The black and white brings this visual experience that kind of makes us feel more of like a higher production and something that feels more artful. But most of the film is just, you know, these 4 trans women talking to the camera or those who utilize their services being interviewed as well. And it's a really intriguing and engrossing experience learning about all their experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly. And this is quite a moving experience, and I think something that will help a lot of people learn a lot of things and also try to break down some taboos and open up some conversations. And I really appreciate this film. It's actually a decent amount of it was pretty fun to watch too. I will warn you, it's pretty graphic in terms of some of its nudity, so be prepared to see all kinds of genitals and breasts. So just putting that out there. But those are my thoughts on Kokomo City. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.